Tessler here for GeekyKOOL.com, and I'm here with Brad Loree. How are you doing, Brad?
Good, sir. Yourself?
I am good. What made you want to be an actor?
Well, when I was a little boy going to movies as a 6-year-old, I really enjoyed the escape from my father left me alone for 2 hours being in the movie theater. And I just fell in love with the stories and the imagination that it involved. But I didn't grow up with a lot of confidence. I also had really bad skin when I was a teenager and became very self-conscious. And as it happened, I fell in love with Bruce Lee at 13 and joined the local karate school. And the instructor, Tony Morelli, went on to become a world champion kickboxer. And years later, he recruited me as a sparring partner. And then he became a stuntman. And so I became a stunt guy because that's where my connections and my nepotism lie. I don't know if I'd have made it as a working actor. I don't know if I'd ever been. I would probably been a guy that always had to have a day job. But I love film. I love old cinema. I'm not crazy about the films today, of course. I don't like CGI. I don't like AI. Of course, there's certain films you could never make as well without CGI, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, for example, or Avatar. So it does, but when they start using it to take away work and livelihood from stunt people, with, I just saw a movie just recently where a character fell down the stairs and it was all CGI. Looked horrible, but in 5 years, you won't be able to tell the difference.
What was your favorite movie to work on, either as an actor or a stunt person?
Well, I'd have to say Halloween. It was 6 of the best weeks of my life. And everybody on the cast treated me like an equal. I got along with everybody, from Busta to Tyra. I'm going to see Thomas Ian Nicholson in 2 weeks, and I hope he's as excited about reconnecting as I am, because he and I got rather close on the show. I kind of took on a big brother role with him, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, Halloween was, I didn't have to get beat up too much. I didn't have to memorize the whole ton of lines. So I would have to say, there's lots of great projects, but Halloween is going to be my favorite.
What advice would you give someone starting out, either as a stunt person or an actor?
Today, I would tell them to do their homework, especially the stunt people, because I just don't know in 5 or 10 years how much stunt work there's going to be. You're going to have to be ultra talented and also ultra connected. If you're not somebody's nephew, I hate to be negative, but I'm just concerned that, unless this CGI ends up turning out to be a trend and people get tired of watching what I consider cartoons, computerized cartoons. Acting, I would say, you had better be in love with acting for the art and the passion. You had better be as happy doing a play in a church basement for 6 people, because if you think you're going to be walking down the red carpet and words and limousines, that's 1 out of a trillion people makes it to that world.
I actually agree with you about CGI. I mean, I like it in some movies, but I love going back and watching movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s where, like, the car chases are all physical stunts.
All the stunts are practical and real. Years ago, they did a remake of the Michael Caine film, The Italian Job, with Mark Wahlberg. And a big selling point when they were advertising it was all real stunts. But this next generation of kids, they're so used to staring into their devices and playing video games, I don't think they're going to care about. I think they'd be just as happy watching a movie about a circus as they are going to be wanting to go to a circus. They don't want to have to get off the couch. And anyway.
Do you have any social media presence?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram, but I don't really know how to navigate them. I see on Instagram that I've got 147 notifications, and when I touch on the thing, it just goes to this big. And I don't know how to. I use Instagram to contact the different horror conventions, because that I can do. But I feel guilty when people friend me and then they want to start a big long chat, and I don't know these people, and there's just too many to keep in touch with. So, and I don't want to be rude. I never want to offend anybody, but I just can't keep in touch with them. When I was on set, one of the questions the reporter asked me is, "Are you getting any requests for interviews and autographs?" And I said, "Yes, I'm getting a number of letters. Please keep them coming." I promised to answer them all, but I had no clue what I was talking about. I didn't know it was going to turn into this, So.
Well, Brett, I actually want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day and talking with GeekyKOOL.com.
Happy to do it. Thank you for your time too, John.
All right, thank you.